Hello and welcome to the Real Estate Regroup Show. I am your host, LJ Walker, a real estate investor helping you realize your dream of owning a home or investing in one. Today, I want to bring up the topic of hardest hit funds again. Yes, for many in different states, they have reappeared. Some of them are going to be closing soon, and some of them are already closed. Let's revisit what hardest hit funds is. As many of you know, it differs from state to state. Some, it's a mortgage payment assistance for those who are unemployed or underemployed homeowners. Others, it's a principal reduction to help homeowners get into more affordable mortgages. For other states, it helps homeowners who are transitioning out of their homes and into more affordable places to live. And in other places, it helps eliminate blight and is a down payment assistant program. Most hardest hit funds are programs targeted to assist homeowners and to prevent foreclosure. Okay. What is the catch? The catch differs from state to state, of course. Sometimes it's if you are going to receive these funds, you must live in that property for at least a year or more. You can't sell it while you're receiving these funds. Okay. Because of COVID 2020, many of the offices are down, so the only way to apply for these funds is online. So if you have elderly parents or relatives who own homes, they might not know how to use the internet and they may not be aware of hardest hit funds. What you may need to do is reach out to those relatives, and you may need to fill out the forms online for them so that they will qualify. The place where you would get the forms, you would go to the Treasury Department, treasury.gov, and search for hardest hit funds. I will be definitely giving the full link on my YouTube page, which is also entitled The Real Estate Regroup Show, so that it'll take you to all of the different states that have it. So far, as of today, only 16 states are providing the hardest hit funds. Let me first give you the states in which it's still open as of today, or October 8th. Those states are Alabama. Alabama, by the way, is only accepting 200 applications at a time. They stop and then they reopen. So there is a delay in that particular state. Other states, Arizona, California, Indiana, also indicated that the process is going to be slow because I believe they've reduced the number of people who are working on processing those applications. Yet the amount of people who are asking for those funds have increased. These funds, by the way, are not loans, they're grants for the most part. Next, moving right along, Kentucky. Michigan, your deadline, you're still open, but your deadline is October 31st. Nevada, New Jersey, Oregon, Rhode Island, Tennessee. As far as Washington, D.C., it's still open. However, your website is not working. I suggest you contact 800-294-3896. Again, the phone number is 1-800-294-3896, and see if they can mail you the application, or if they can direct you to another website, or fix the website that they have linked to the Treasury Department. Other states that had it but are closed as of right now, is Florida, Georgia, Illinois, Mississippi, North Carolina, Ohio, and South Carolina. So if you are in those states and it's closed, I suggest that you contact your local HUD government office and see what other foreclosure prevention programs are out there to assist you, either in the form of a grant or a loan. Okay. Also, for those where it is closed, since we are pretty much in the fourth quarter of the year, and these funds are typically renewed every time there's a recession or high unemployment, I would check back on these sites and see if it's opened for the next year, particularly when January 1st comes along. And again, the main site to get this is treasury.gov, and you basically search hardest hit funds. But the direct link will be on my YouTube page. Now, if I did not mention your state, it's because your state does not offer hardest hit funds. If you have an issue with that, what you should do is contact your local government, starting with the local representative, your district office. Next, go up to your mayor, and then lastly, your governor. Okay? Speak to them and find out where your taxes are going, why they're not going into creating such a fund, and insist that such a fund is started in your particular state. One voice does matter, one voice does count. However, a group of voices is definitely more powerful. So if you can write a letter and possibly get your neighbors to sign it, as many neighbors as possible, as a petition, if need be, then I say go ahead and do so. Especially right now, we are in an election year. A lot of these politicians, they're not fully aware of what is needed in their particular state. If you don't say anything, then they don't always know what to do. And some of them are not always aware of what's going on in other states as well. Many of them don't know that the hardest hit funds is something that was set up for homeowners to use in other places. The next thing to also keep into consideration is that I believe the Treasury gets their money from the main government, meaning the president and Congress and what have you. So if they say to you, well, right now we don't have enough money, especially due to COVID, just remind them that this fund was available before COVID even started. Basically, since 2008, it was implemented, and it was offered in a number of states up until last year, and some states have discontinued it. I would definitely call my representatives, especially if you are someone who needs it and you're living in a state that I did not mention. I think you should definitely reach out and touch someone, if you will. So, my friends, that's basically it. That's all I have for you today. Hopefully, the information that I've shared will help you make smart financial moves. Remember, please feel free to share this. Pass this along, because each one, reach one, teach one. Bye for now. Until next time, have a good night.